The Thrivehood Podcast is a relevant life roadmap for boys and young men who want to thrive as they mature into manhood. I'll be your host, Tim Williams, and welcome to Thrivehood. Welcome in, my Thrivehoodians. Is that a word? I guess I just made a word up. Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're having a good life, actually. That would be a good thing. Hey, do me a big, fat, furry favor, okay? Get me some reviews. I really need reviews. I know I keep saying it, but man, it would help me a lot. Things are moving good. We're increasing our listening audience, and your help is desperately needed. So if you are supporting this, you like what you're hearing, leave me a review, especially on Apple Podcast platforms. That would be great, and I would appreciate it. Back in 2014, there was a movie called American Sniper that was released here in the U.S. And basically the movie's about a young man that grows up. He joins the military. He goes over and fights for his country, and he comes back home. And I won't give much more than that away, because maybe some of you want to watch that, and that's fine. And I believe it's R-rated, so, age appropriate. And I want to talk specifically about a moment in the scene early on where the main actor, at that point he was a young boy, and his brother is sitting with his mom and dad at the dinner table. And his father shares an analogy that I want to dive into for just a few minutes. Let me leave that there for a minute. I'll come back to that. And I need to make a disclaimer here and clarify something. By me just mentioning the movie American Sniper, I am not suggesting any political or military or race banners here. I'm not promoting anything, okay? We actually have quite a few listeners overseas and all over the world that are listening to this podcast. Africa and Ireland and several different places, the UK. So calm down, okay? I am not making a statement. Let's get back to the specific scene, and the father talks to these young boys about three types of people. There are sheep, there are wolves, and there are the sheepdog. And I won't really follow what he said necessarily in the scene with his two sons. I'm going to sort of take my perspective and give you my take on that. And then I'm going to leave you with a question at the end here, and we'll wrap it up. The sheep he talked about were those that were more of the innocent, those that maybe couldn't handle being bullied and being taken advantage of and picked on. I would maybe take it a step further and say the sheep in the world, the type of people that he's speaking about, they not only are they maybe not able to defend themselves, but they might not be concerned. They might be more concerned with living life and having fun and enjoying life and doing whatever it is they do, and not be too concerned with those that try to destroy them. He then talks about the wolves, and we know who the wolves are. They're the bullies. They're the ones that talk down to you. They're the ones that feel like they have to have the upper hand. They're the ones, in some cases, is the loudest voice in the room. They're the ones that are the ones that feel like they have got the strength, right? They've somehow been endowed by the Holy One above that they are better than everybody else. And they demonstrate that through bully tactics and finding ways to challenge those sheep, right? Those that feel maybe inferior or unable to protect themselves. And we're not talking about just physically, all right? We're talking about emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, fundamentally, in all kinds of ways, of our lives. The bullies, the wolves, are the ones that come in, and their goal and their agenda, they've decided, are to hurt other people and to make other people's lives miserable. And then you have an interesting group that are the sheepdogs. And the sheepdogs, they are the ones that come in and defend the sheep, whether the sheep deserve it or not, whether the sheep can be made fun of because they don't have the ability to defend themselves, or even keep an eye out, right? Being strategic in their living of just always making sure they're always got a peripheral vision, right? Of just being aware of what's around them, what's going on, what's happening in the world, and what could possibly take place that could hurt them, right? The sheepdog comes in, and he is the one that protects the sheep, just like out in the pasture, right? When the sheepdog sees a wolf, the sheepdog is going after it. That wolf is taken off. Sometimes they fight. Sometimes the wolf wins. Sometimes the sheepdog wins. Most of the time, hear me now, most of the time the wolf runs away. Because the boisterous wolf, the one that's loud and proud, that's pushing his agenda or her agenda, that's all that they're doing, is they're just being loud and proud. Where when they get challenged, a lot of times, we find out that there's not a whole lot underneath that wolf's clothing, right? It's just a fake person that's trying to be cool. That sheepdog is the watchman. That sheepdog is the gatekeeper between the sheep and the wolves. That sheepdog decided and had made a decision that he or she, can be a girl, woman, of course, is not going to be taken advantage of those in this world, that is their primary goal. Whether they decided to do that or not, whether their life experiences have brought them to the place of being mean and vengeful and aggressive, right? Same thing as the sheep. They may have gotten to the place that they are because of their past, because of things that have happened to them. They've become meek and mild and have just sort of had to take whatever has come. So we have 3 different types of people, right? We sum it up. We have the sheep, we have the sheepdog, and we have the wolf, right? So here's my question after I sort of throw this out to you of explaining the 3 types of possibilities that you could become. My question is, which one are you interested in becoming? Which one of those types of people do you think this world needs the most right now, right at this time? I think this is something to think about. In one of my podcasts not too long ago, one of my episodes, I should say, I talked about you guys needing some solitude, you guys getting away and having time to yourself. One of the pieces of that solitude moments, of those solitude moments that I talk about, is who are you going to be? Who are you deciding you are going to become, right? Are you going to be reckless or reliable? Are you going to love or are you going to hate? Here is a great big opportunity for you to make a decision of which one of those 3 you're going to be. Until next time, guys, I'm asking you to stay strong.